I love how humble you are using mighty. You're mighty humble.
Mighty humble. Yeah,
That's real. I love that. That's really.
it's about having fun, you know. It just
It is.
when I was in college, there was a especially colleges like Berkeley, you know, Berkeley College of Music, and you know, if you go to places like that or Juilliard, you know, people are very competitive, and
Sure.
that's pretty common when you go to places like that. At times, and when you feel that much competition, when you see that tension that comes out of that competition, you feel like, huh, I'm just gonna sit here and you know I'm gonna work hard, but other than that, I'm gonna relax. Mentally
Okay.
I'm gonna relax after working hard. I'm not gonna boast or anything like that. I'm just gonna take it easy. You know what I mean?
I hear you. There's always somebody better than you,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
there's always
Yeah.
somebody worse.
Yes,
So just be yourself.
that is very true, and in fact, well, many of my professors used to say that it's a common is it was it's a common thing to say. No matter how good you are, there's always somebody better than you, and so might as well be humble. I believe that no matter how good anybody is, we will be a forever student. That's what I believe in. We will always keep learning no matter how good we become.
Absolutely.
I feel like that, you know.
Absolutely. We're 100% in agreement. In your live performances, okay, so let me see if I can word this correctly. So you run the risk of failure
Mm.
always. Everybody does, but I
Mhm.
think you do because you are multi-instrumental by yourself on stage. And
Mhm.
but why do you think that's essential, right? To the main,
Right.
well, to the human connection that you have in your live shows with your audience. So
Yes.
does that make sense? That question?
It really does make sense. That is a really good question. Yes, yes. So, in other words, to put myself in a such, I might say, vulnerable position. Am I
Yeah,
right? In a
yeah.
such a in that kind of position on stage is that actually makes people who perform like him more, in a way, human in so many ways. And there are so many genres in music, such as rock and roll or jazz, that actually are open to mistakes. In fact,
Right.
if you listen to jazz, mistakes are not regarded as bad. You can actually, if you do say accidentally make mistakes, you can improvise that mistake, right?
It's right.
And that makes that spirit of spontaneity, right? That spirit of improvisation, or that spirit in the moment, that actually makes your music more vibrant in a way, rather than say I'm not put anybody in a condescending tone here, but say if you're an electronic musician, you're a DJ, right? You press play and you play with a laptop or turntable. You can still mess up if you don't know how to match the BPM, the beats per minute, right?
Right.
The room for failures are a lot less than people like me.
Right.
And but anyway, other people are great. Anyways, I understand musicians DJs who are into electronic musicians, EDM. It's a different kind of genre, different kind of mentality. They're about dance, bringing people to dance more to pre-recorded music, which is fine. It's a different kind of thing, and what I do is different. We're just different people, I might say. Yeah.
That's a
So what
good
I
way of
do
putting
is
it.
it's more human. I got same one. Yeah, Mighty One Man Band is more into the spirit of rock and roll and jazz. I
Yes.
may say. Yeah.
Fabulous that people come to hear you. They might look at it as, okay, this is amazing. I'm going to go see this guy pull this off. But then when they get to you, I am sure that they stop being impressed by your ability, your physical ability, and just get into your music. Because you have two things to give us. And I love that. Because I'm thinking first, oh, just amazed that he can do this. And then, found myself really, really loving and enjoying your music. That is huge. You got the hook,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
you keep us.
Yep, and at the end of the day, in other words, what you're saying is connecting, right? It's
Yes.
connecting.
Yes, it is. There
Connecting
you
with
go.
fellow human beings. Yeah, yeah.
So what's the hardest part of your brain split? Or your physical coordination? What hurdles
Yeah.
do you still face to do that?
It's actually over the years, it becomes, believe it or not, it becomes easy once it has become part of your reflex. It becomes natural, believe it or not. For example, like I remember when I was young, right, much younger, back in middle school when I was first pick up the guitar and I started play a basic chord like C, like a C major on a guitar. It was so hard back in the day, right? And no proper sound came out of it. After months of playing it, it became, oh, I could play C now. I can play C now. It becomes part of your reflex already. So believe it or not, some of the things that people call like rocket science level of difficulty, but if you really pursue it and keep doing it, eventually it becomes natural. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's so validating because keep doing it and then it becomes
Yes.
normal. Okay.